Welcome to our first episode of the Aisle Afterparty podcast. I'm Adam from A Knight's Tale Photography.
I'm Amber from Amber Butler Photography.
I'm Dean John. I'm DJ, host and planner.
All right, mate.
Pretty much.
And I'm Harry from I Do Flicks Wedding Videography.
Amazing. So as it's our first episode, I just want to do a little intro. So, for example, Amber, how did you get into wedding photography?
As in, like, I did newborns, etc. And then I was asked to do a wedding, and then it just progressed from there.
Wow. Okay.
So I've been a photographer for about 8 years.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And what about you, Dean?
So I used to DJ in Mallorca in clubs and then come back and started a life with children and a wife. So I decided to start my own business. Yeah, tame it right back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've literally been doing it since 2014. So
Wow.
it's developed.
Well, since you were about 12 then.
The best thing is I had hair before I started. Just saying.
Did you actually?
Massively.
I couldn't imagine you with
Wow.
hair.
That's for
I need to see a
for
photo of it.
That's for another.
If only we
episode.
met sooner, maybe I could have helped.
Seriously, yeah.
Now you've
We
got
can
too
have
much
that as
hair.
a whole episode.
What about you? How'd you get into it?
So yeah, I was asked to film my ex-girlfriend's wedding,
Of course,
and I avoided it like the plague. And then eventually I caved, and loved it. I don't know whether it was because she was my ex, or because I just loved the weddings. But then yeah, that just snowballed. And yeah, I'm only on my 5th season, but loving it.
Nice.
So been doing videography forever, but
Love it. Love
yeah.
it.
What about you, Adam?
Oh yeah, well me. No, so I always wanted to be a filmmaker. So I bought a camera to make films with, and then my sister got married. So I thought I'll take my camera, take some shots at her wedding, and cut a long story short, my photos ended up being pretty good because they were like really natural, candid.
And the video was shit.
The video, I don't think they had a video.
Oh,
But
filmmaking went well then.
no, I didn't film a video. I just did photos.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. So I literally just did photos at a wedding. And then I was like, you know what? I quite enjoyed that. And then I guess I just started offering to do people's weddings for free, and it kind of snowballed. So yeah, I haven't made a film yet.
Sweet.
So I'll let you do the filmmaking.
Absolutely.
So basically the episode today is about wedding trends that we're loving, and you know, how to make them your own, maybe give you some advice. You know, you might pick up some tips from us, you might not, you know, whatever, but we'll have a go. So what I've done is I've got some random trends which none of these guys know what they are, okay? So I'm going to give you each a trend and we're going to just talk about it a little bit, all right?
Okay.
So this is literally, we're going in blind, okay? We're going in blind. So we'll start off with, for the first person, we'll start off with Dean. Okay, so whatever that says, let's talk about it.
Bold colour palettes, vibrant, confident hues replacing pastels. Photographer, videographer, manage contrast, DJ, match lighting to theme. Wow, so it's all about vibrant colours. That's definitely a photography start. That couldn't have gone any better for you guys, can it?
Hey.
Let's talk about colours. Amber.
I like vibrant, colourful weddings.
I think that there's like sometimes like the more pastel plain colours can be good if you bring the vibrancy out in other ways.
Yeah.
But I think often, yeah, I agree. Like the big, like the florals and you know.
I love a big bright bouquet,
Yeah.
confetti. I like all the colours and the
Yeah.
confetti.
Anything that pops on the camera
Yeah.
is what we want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally think though it's about the venue as well, because if you have a big white open manor house
Yeah.
and then you have, you know, really wild colours and stuff, it sometimes is,
But it does
for me
also-
that's more about the sage greens and it does
Yeah,
look
yeah,
nice
yeah.
in that element, but
Yeah.
when you're in a dark barn and then you want something like that.
Yeah.
But then it depends on, yeah, like you say, the venue, but also like the style of the wedding. Is it black tie? You're not really gonna like, you know, go too violent on a black tie, and then you know, and then like the barn weddings typically will be more vibrant. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like anything that's a bit different. So I mean, obviously, 99% of wedding dresses tend to be white, but I've had a couple of coloured ones. I had a blue one once,
I had a green one.
and it was beautiful.
I had a green
I've had a
sequin
black
one, and
one.
it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the nicest dresses, and she wore it with such confidence. Like, came out to Shania Twain like on her own.
What? Shania Twain was there?
Dickhead.
I bet she-
She came out to Shania Twain.
Oh, okay, not with. Sorry, I misheard you.
I mean, to be fair, that would be pretty.
that was
cool.
her partner.
Yeah.
What a wedding that would be. Yeah.
You've also got DJ match lighting to theme. So as a DJ, I've been through a fair amount of lights. I'm not going to lie. When I first started, I was literally winding lights up everywhere, all around the venue. And then over time, working with really confident, pretty outspoken videographers who know exactly what they want, we then changed the whole lighting system. So I just basically have 2 palette lights that just shoot directly onto the couple now for the first dance, for instance, or the up lighting goes around the room to match. So for me, it's not about the music and the way it is at that point. It's about the photographer and the videographer. So yeah,
True.
that's a huge thing. There's nothing worse than having red lasers going.
I
Oh,
can't
that's true.
stand when there's lasers all over the dance
I know.
floor and they've got like a blue spot on their forehead and
Yeah.
a red
I mean,
spot
it's
somewhere
fine. Like,
else.
once the first dance over,
Yeah.
and our lights kind of go
Yeah.
away, then it's fine. And I
Yeah.
think I think there's also a balance as to like what we see through the camera versus the atmosphere that we're depriving them of
Yeah.
by like saying no, turn the lasers off. And so like I've literally had DJs like come up to me, or like, you know, like a band sound engineers, whatever, come up to me like, can you turn your lights off? You're literally killing the vibe. I'm like, they finished their first dance like 30 seconds ago. Give me a chance. But like,
Yeah.
but I appreciate it, right? I understand. Like, I know as soon as my lights go off, there is a change in atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like when photographers are editing the dance photos afterwards, then there's nothing worse than when you've got a bride with a green face
Yeah.
or a groom with a blue face, because, you know, at the time it looked cool, all these
Yeah.
different colour lights. But then when you actually come to edit it, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to be a little bit selfish, you know, because if you want to have brilliant photos, you need to have.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with just asking for the first dance for it not to
No.
be colourful.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Nice.
That's enough, I think. On
Yeah, I think that's enough.
colour palettes.
Okay, so here's the next random trend for Amber.
I think you should make them longer
Statement
next time.
florals and installations. Big sculptural or hanging floral designs that set the tone.
Great. I'm going to have to put graphics on the screen
Okay.
because that was so quiet.
Who like?
Was it really quiet?
Yeah.
You're like mumbling and like,
Yeah.
come on now.
Oh,
Do it
To
again.
be fair, we haven't even asked if she can read.
That's
You're
true.
putting us under pressure.
This is why I
here.
said these are a bit like, I reckon they should be like more paragraphs next time.
Well-
Statement florals
Mhm.
and installations.
Okay.
So
Say that one more time.
hanging floral designs that set the tone.
Perfect. There we go.
So like backdrops, for example, do they work with you with lighting, etc.?
I love it. For me, once there's been like a huge display of flowers through the whole day, I'm just trying to take it all and put it all around my DJ booth. And
I've seen you do
for
that.
me, like backdrops, people have like neon signs behind with hanging, you know, bouquets either
You
side.
do like to get involved with the props,
Just,
don't you?
but to be fair, it
Like-
aesthetically looks. A DJ can never pull that off unless you literally have your own florist with you that comes in and puts all fresh flowers around
Yeah.
your booth.
Yeah.
You can put sort of fake flowers, but it doesn't look as good. So for me, it's about utilising. And obviously, for the whole day, if you spent, I did a wedding once and they spent around 20k on flowers. So it would be rude not to use
Yeah.
them
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
evening, in my
Definitely.
opinion.
It's funny. I think I'm very like sort of mixed on opinions with like the whole floristry thing, because on one hand I think that a wedding budget needs to be carefully portioned, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes people can tip the scales too much one way or the other.
Mhm.
I think that the wedding should be very much entertainment kind of focused, because you're trying to give the best experience for you and your guests, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people focus too much on how it looks versus how it feels.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if they don't go far enough on the floristry, like floristry and decor can completely transform a venue.
100%.
So it's like, I think that's a really important thing to like consider.
Yeah, and obviously don't forget, obviously the flower's going to be in all the photos.
Mhm.
So it's not as if like that, because you know people say, oh, but flowers die, you know. But the thing is, they're going to be immortalised in photos forever. And I think, I just think they're important to kind of set the tone, because, you know, I've done
Yeah.
weddings with real, like incredible real flowers and even incredible fake flowers, you know, and fake flowers aren't everyone's cup of tea, but I think if they're done well,
Yeah.
they can be really good.
And
For sure.
I like all the dried flowers in at the moment and things as well. I
Yeah,
think they're really nice.
yeah,
And
definitely.
they look good.
Yeah. All right, moving on from flowers.
The best bit, just before we move on to
Okay,
flowers,
Go on.
have you ever had groom with hay fever and they've got real flowers as their buttonholes? Oh my god, I get that all the time if I'm hosting a
I've
wedding.
never really even thought about that.
Seriously, the best man's got like the worst hay fever, so you put it in the buttonhole and literally their eyes are just popping. So they're in the middle of a barn somewhere in the middle of nowhere and they've got to go to
You would have thought.
Co-op
They would
or
have
any
thought-
other brand to go and get their antihistamine.
You would have thought they'd thought about that though before. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but a lot. I'm guessing a
I mean,
lot.
I
Like
wouldn't
this is
think about it.
quite me kind of being quite shallow-minded and stereotypical. But I imagine that a high proportion of grooms probably don't think about the floristry as much
Or get a
until
choice.
the day, or get a choice.
Yeah.
So on the day they get the buttonhole that they've never even seen before or known anything about, it gets pinned, and then suddenly they're like,
Oh wow!
"Oh shit."
And some of
but-
them are huge as well.
But then
Some
they're
of
like,
them are-
but then
Yeah.
at least I'm going to look like I'm crying down at the clinic.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's true. That's true. So what you got?
Right, signature cocktails and themed bars, custom drinks tied to the couple's story, photographer, videographer capture details, DJ match music to the drink themes. I'm guessing that's
Ooh.
like, do you like pina colada?
Well,
straight
yeah.
in. I've had
Straight
to do it with shots. I've done it at a venue where they've turned up with a shot trolley at
Tequila.
about 9 o'clock, and I've had to roll, a track, shot, as they come out to LMFAO sort of track, basically. So yeah,
I can't really think of any examples of weddings I've done that I've with signature cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a few this year, but does someone just fart?
no, it was Amber. She's like, she was like
Wow.
waiting for it's going to be a great story. She's like,
That was her agreeing.
Yeah, I've done a. That's really thrown me off.
it's got to be good. We're waiting for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done a few but I don't really know if there's like a story behind them. It's just like their favourite
As
cocktails
in, like,
and stuff.
signature to them as a couple.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
so
what
they
that's
have
what
it. Some venues have it where it's like if it's a Mr. and Mrs. wedding, it's like the Mr. I don't know.
Yeah, this is
Tequila sunrise. And
this is the
basically
groom's
Yeah.
favourite, and this
Yeah,
is the bride's favourite, and then they're pre-made, and everyone can come and pick either team bride, or
Right.
team
But
groom.
that's
Okay.
only cocktails
So
they
that's-
serve in that venue.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that day.
exactly, yeah,
It's quite a good idea,
Yeah, it's a good idea.
and it's a
Yeah.
good little revenue for
definitely.
the bar and the venue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I
What
like-
would
I
you
like that
have?
I would have a spiced rum special, something that's got spiced rum in it, because I love a bit of spiced rum.
idea. Okay.
That's me.
Yeah.
What's your favourite cocktail,
Well,
Adam?
I was going to say something similar, but I don't want to copy you, so I think of something else.
We can share it. Everyone thinks
Yeah,
we're
I
brothers
just
anyway,
love, I just
so
love,
it's okay.
I just love rum and coke.
There we go.
With lime.
Yeah, so like a Long Island iced tea or something.
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
maybe we need.
I think that's
we
all
need
of
to
ours,
have.
right? That's all we're going to
Can you
have.
go and make them?
Yeah,
No.
That'd be good. Next episode.
I've done your tea and coffee, that's about what you're getting.
you doing
All right.
one?
So I guess I better do one, don't I? All right. So late night after parties. So smaller, high energy parties after the formalities. Okay. Well, considering I normally finish just after first dance.
Yeah, you lot are all home for
Yeah.
much of the day.
That's
Do you want me
not
to
that's
start
not a
the
bit of
stories?
me.
You start. You
Yeah.
start.
So
You start.
have you?
To be honest, there's some venues that you finish earlier than others, and I've had it before where the best man has had a little Bose speaker in his bag, and then suddenly they're either waiting for taxis and they're like raving down the lane, or you've got it that they're all going back to a hotel and they're going to have an after party in a bedroom with that speaker and the
Okay.
best man.
What kind of party?
Just a
In their
cheeky
bedroom.
little Baileys probably, and yeah, just some
Slumber party.
Sorry, just the best man and who?
well, everyone that's
What,
staying in that
everyone?
hotel
In
usually,
his bedroom.
all like 20 people, because everyone else will get taxis home usually.
Okay. Okay. So you weren't invited then?
I have been invited. I actually have even taken the
To a
bride
best
and
man's
groom
room.
home in my van because their taxi hadn't turned up. That's like third wheel territory, isn't it? Imagine turning up at like 1 a.m. at a hotel, opening the van, letting the bride and groom
Spinning the
out,
bride and groom out.
literally, yeah, and then just going, see you later, thanks for coming.
Oh, that sounds like a good start of a horror film, doesn't it?
Sounds like a Vegas wedding.
DJ picks up bride and groom in his van. They never
Took
get
one
back
for
to
the team,
hotel.
didn't I?
You are not just the DJ.
There we go.
Look at Uber D.
You know,
Uber
taxi
D,
man.
taxi, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that hat.
Add that to that list
Straight
at the
on.
beginning of this, you know.
I didn't get a chance, so I had to stop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, have any of you got any particular favourite trends of your own? It doesn't have to be like current trends. It could be old trends.
So I've got one, just to butt in and go first. And it's not necessarily about things that happen on the day necessarily, but it's when you arrive as a supplier and you're welcomed with a nice little goodie bag that's got your name on it, and there's a Red Bull in there, there's some Haribo, there's like a packet of mints or something like that, and some popcorn, and then you just know. Like we've had that. I've had that with you a couple of times, and you just know straight away.
It's going to be a good day.
Even though you're going to do the best you can on every single wedding, it puts a smile on your face early doors, and you're just like, do you know what?
Yeah.
100%.
And I'm not trying to say that we do any less, but it's a nice touch. So
It goes a long way.
It does go a long way.
Sorry, say Haribo again.
Haribo.
Haribo. Did you say it on purpose because your name's Harry, like that?
How would you say it?
I say Haribo. You said Haribo.
I say Haribo.
Okay, I just thought it was like I thought it was a play on words.
No,
Haribo.
no, I just called them
Haribo.
what they
Yeah,
are.
I love a little like
I say Haribo.
gift.
But I like it though. Imagine if
Like,
it
I've
said
had, like-
Haribo.
Little Lego figures, little key rings, little
Lego figures?
Yeah,
I love a
I had
gift.
me made out of a
So, if
little
any
Lego
couples out there want
figure.
to give me a gift, my name's Amber Butler Photography. My address is
I love a fucking gift, right?
straight in.
I've had like key rings, like with like cameras on. I love it all.
But even like handwritten letters.
Oh my god, I had one the other day,
Yes.
literally on my
I've had a
DJ
few
booth.
this
Like
year.
a card, or
Uh-huh.
I've been dropped off like flowers, wine card.
A thank you.
Just a thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think a thank you goes a long way. And obviously, as suppliers, trying to get reviews from couples, it leads on to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you've done a good job, which we all try and do every single wedding, a review is probably a
'Cause
million times more than a Haribo in a little bag. Like actually,
Haribo.
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 Or
Now I'm
gift.
just gonna be like,
I know.
what's it called?
Have I given you a
Haribo or
complex?
Oh my god,
Haribo
every
or-
word now.
This is what I do to people. I give people a complex, as if I'm like the best person at speaking English in the world.
What's your
I'm not.
best
Yeah.
gift you've
Definitely not.
ever been given at a wedding, Adam?
I got a bottle of lemon gin once. I think it's still in the drinks cabinet. But you know, I look at it every now and again. And I'm like, I'll drink that one day.
Can you bring
Definitely.
that for our Christmas podcast?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And if you do the worst story, you've got to do a shot.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I know it sounds really cheesy, but getting a really good
I love a
review
bit of lemon gin, me.
is better than any gift.
Yeah.
Getting a really good review
Yeah.
where they're like, I love the photo so much.
And do you know what? It's not even the review. It's when you send them and they send you an email just saying,
Well, yeah.
"Oh my god, they're amazing," or "That made me cry," or do you know what I mean? Just like those little.
But,
Yeah, but you know, like sometimes you can turn up at a wedding and you've got an idea of how it's going to go, but sometimes you can be a little bit unsure, and that straight away is just like, today is going to be a fucking good day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that kind of sets the tone.
Yeah.
Right. And you know that all the other suppliers have got one too, so everyone's in a good mood, despite whether they had a wedding yesterday or they got another one tomorrow. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is set the tone. It's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just, because you, like I said, you're not going to do anything extra necessarily for getting one of those, but you can't guarantee that a couple's ever going to write you a 5-star review or any review for that matter, right?
Yeah.
That's something that you retrospectively kind of are grateful for.
Yeah.
But something on the day, you're like, okay, cool, these people are appreciative straight away.
So you did yours, which is basically goodie bags.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I totally agree. 100%. Okay. What about you?
Favourite trend. I like it when a couple come into the wedding breakfast with a really upbeat song, usually like Free From Desire or something like that. I just think it just brings the excitement. It makes everyone ready to party. I just think the atmosphere, it just really raises it.
It's almost like the boxing ring intro, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
They come in, everyone's like, woo. Yeah.
And even like, and everyone, you do it a lot. You like get your napkins out.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It is.
I think you have to have the right crowd though, as well.
Yes.
No. I mean, so I've had Freed From Desire specifically is a complete game changer. I think I've had it where there have been a crowd, like a tough crowd, and then that song comes on, and that's the liveliest
loose.
moment of the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, and because no one can sit
How
still.
does it go?
or
Can you do that again? For the people listening, what a tune.
It is a tune.
Yeah.
It will never not be
And
a
I
good
think
tune.
you can't not move to it. So everyone's
Exactly.
got a...
Exactly.
And all they got to do is wave a napkin. It's not like they're dancing on the table.
Exactly.
So,
Speak for yourself.
I was going to say, I'll get everyone on chairs.
I mean,
What are
I'd
you
get
talking
on the
about?
table, but, you know,
But enough about butlins. Right.
move on from that.
What about you?
My trend, I think that I love at the moment is the sax player coming out in the evening. So
Okay.
yeah, surprising the guests with either the first dance and then hitting it big with the first set, or coming out around 9:30 when all you guys are at home tucked up in bed. It's that point, I think.
Yeah.
So I had one a couple of weeks ago, right? And you tell me if you've done this before, if this is like original or whatever. So there was a bride outfit change, right? Secret sax player. This was kind of my idea, but I imagine it's probably been done loads of times.
Yeah.
Right? It was at Southend Barn. So they've got like the bridal suite. They went back in there, got changed. Sax player went over with them, and then spoke to the DJ and said, "Right, can we do like almost like a power cut type thing?" Right? And then the sax was coming through the speaker of the DJ. And it was like the power cut happened. Everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then you can hear the sax coming through, and he leads the bride in and the groom in with.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
It was like the
Yeah.
Pied Piper.
Yeah. He was, but
Modern day version.
yeah, but like the sax player had so much energy. It wasn't just like he was
Yeah.
just like doing all this sort of shit, and it was epic, and everyone kind of lost it.
Yeah, amazing.
And
Yeah.
have you done stuff like
yeah,
that, like
that-
power
it-
cuts and?
Yeah, not
That-
power cuts. That happens usually with a sound limiter. When you don't know it's going to happen. But no, in terms of sax players, all entrances, it's not really that much of a surprise anymore because
Yeah.
people know, and it's like singing waiters. When you've got 14 speakers around the room,
Yeah.
I think people know that something's going to happen because it's, again, the trend which
Yeah.
we're talking about. It's great, but it does happen at a lot of weddings, and that's the biggest thing for me with trends. I think for me, I like people that have originality and change things up a little bit, not just use TikTok and go, "Oh yeah, I've seen this on TikTok."
Yeah.
Because your
Juba.
venue's not TikTok. Your guests here are not the guests like you've got
Yeah.
on TikTok, so the vibe isn't going to be what you want. So I think for me, it's
Yeah.
about
But
them being a bit.
then there is so much forgiveness with saxophonists because like there's like they can do their afternoon set, which is a bit more loungy, jazzy kind of style,
Yeah.
and then you've got the evening DJ like kind of disco hype kind of vibe, which is just sick. I love everything about saxophonists. So like it must make your job a lot easier because
it's
you know
great.
you can, and most of them
Yeah.
will take your lead as well, right?
Yeah,
you play
yeah.
the music and
They'll
they'll
just play over the
they'll
top.
just play over the
Some
top.
are very
Yeah.
prescriptive though. Some are like, these are my 20 songs that
Oh,
I can
really?
play to, and that's it. So then you're limited when the BPM is like totally different.
Yeah.
It's crazy trying to mix it.
Mm.
But when you've got somebody who you work with who's really on it, who can just play over everything, it does make a vibe. And
Yeah.
you're on your own in the evening, like you guys have all gone. So
Yeah.
basically you're just standing there on your own. And I feel it's quite cold if you do an evening where you just turn up, you don't know anyone, you've met the bride and groom on Zoom or at a wedding show, and then you're having the sax player turn up with you. It gives you a little boost because
Yeah.
they're actually
Yeah.
like you
And I
got a wing
think just-
person.
Yeah.
Talking about like live music, even during the wedding breakfast, if you've got like a guitarist or someone playing some like upbeat songs, I think that really
Definitely.
brings the vibe up
Yeah.
as well.
I bet it looks cool on video as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Like Will when he was at
Yeah.
Ashley's and he was doing all like Sweet Caroline and stuff, and they were all up singing, dancing at their tables, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just
That's what you want though. That's
was
the
just-
vibe during
yeah,
dinner.
it was
That's
good.
for me is to
Definitely.
have someone that's like
But this is what I'm talking about with making sure that the equilibrium is right with the budget and making sure your
Yeah.
entertainment.
Mate, can you spell that? That is a massive word.
I can't.
No, seriously. I was taught never to say a word that I cannot spell. Mate, that is... Go on, Adam can spell it.
Sorry, what?
He's got ChatGPT in
Yeah, I
front of
was
us,
gonna
though.
say.
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
EQUILIBRIUM.
Yeah, EUM.
Can we
Yeah.
just
You'll check that later. We'll check that later.
Yeah, perfect.
Our survey says.
Our producer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanker.
What's a word? What's a word? That's word of the day for our episode.
Thank you.
Felt
Thanks.
like Rachel Riley then.
Straight in.
You were talking about budget.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's important that people are conscious of their proportions when it comes to the budget and making sure there are things like guitarists, saxophonists, DJs, bands, whatever, because people, this is no offense to anyone, like any florist or anyone that does decorations or anything like that. What I'm saying is that in 20 years' time, when you look back on a wedding, people are going to remember the vibe and stuff. And yeah, photos and stuff are going to always show the flowers and that. But that's what I'm saying. There should always be, the decor is important, but don't get it at the cost of entertainment, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which is tough because you get a lot of couples that will plough loads of money into fairy lights and drapes and all the stuff that you can imagine. But then when it comes to a DJ who's going to entertain 200 people in a band, or it's a little bit steep, but they don't bat an eyelid for a £400 fairy light.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you charge £400 to do 7 till 12 as a DJ and they're querying the price, that's when it starts to...
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Equilibrium.
You're priceless.
There we go.
So I got it's a trend that I've only experienced once, okay, and I'd like to experience it again. So pegging, but not the pegging you're thinking of, okay.
That was Amber.
So this was a wedding I did, and you were there as well, weren't you?
Snowballing pegging. There's a theme of your chat, I tell you.
And basically, what happened was I'd never heard this before, and so there's a basket of pegs, like clothes pegs, and the guests go up to the basket, take a peg, and then they secretly peg it on the back. What?
Peg who they want to peg?
Yeah, they secretly sneak up to someone and peg it on like the back of their jacket or on their dress, so that obviously the person doesn't know they've been pegged.
Right.
Like when the groom pegs his dad, for example.
Yeah, and fun enough, I actually pegged the groom's mum. No, but I did ask his permission.
Oh, that's nice.
And he
I got pegged at that wedding.
Yeah. But I said to him,
Found it in the car.
Can I just check? You spend 20 grand on your wedding day. Let's take it at a beautiful location.
Yeah.
And you got guests going around with brown wooden clothes pegs, pegging each
What
other.
are they pegging for?
Just for the
It's
fun.
just
See how
like
many
a
you can
gag.
get on
It's like a gag. It's
So like you got someone that's in like a £500 suit and they've got 400 pegs down their back. And it's like brilliant. We got
It is pretty funny though. It is pretty funny.
No, I get that.
It's
But
like-
everything at
Yeah.
a wedding
Because
is
you
so
got
like you're like, oh, turn that way. You have to make sure like your buttonhole's that way for the photo, and then you got
But
made with 17 pegs down his back.
You got like Grandad that's like Pink Panther, like dun dun.
Yeah.
And then he's there and he's like, and it's just funny how he's like walking over there with a limp.
So that come best for when there's women with pegs on the back of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why she got clothes pegs stuck to her?
So when I took the couple for their couple portraits, the groom had like 5 pegs on the. Sorry.
It's all about him again, isn't it?
We.
And the groom had like. The groom had 5
You
pegs.
need to sit on there because the chair's higher.
Oh no. The groom had 5 pegs on the back of his jacket, and I forgot to take them off before the shoot. So afterwards, I had to Photoshop every peg out.
That would teach you.
But no, it was my fault. I should have taken them out first. But yeah, pegging at a wedding. I never thought I'd recommend that, but it was good fun.
Not only is he telling us about it, he recommends it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a
Gonna
laugh.
add it on as an additional
It's
service.
a bit of a laugh. But yeah, like I said,
Bringing a box of pegs.
the groom's mum caught me just as I was about to peg her. I was crouched down behind her, and she turned round, and I was like, sorry. Like, it was awkward. It was awkward.
I suppose you have to be there.
But yeah,
Yeah. Feels like a
it was
big
very
idea.
awkward.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was pegging. So
Can I just bring up one last trend that is a negative trend?
go on.
This isn't throwing anyone under the bus or anything. This is more of a generic one, right? This is a trend that has been going around for the last couple of years, I think, right? And it's ghosting, right? How many of you guys have been ghosted?
Sorry, we're talking on dating apps.
To be fair, it is
No.
Halloween as well. So you
That's
Are we
true.
talking
link
about
that right
ghosting
in.
as in like
You get
Inquiry
somebody
ghosting.
will send you an inquiry, like they'll go through all of the hassle of filling out a form,
Follow you on Instagram.
following you on Instagram, all that sort of stuff. They'll like,
the comes to deposit and it's
No, not
like,
even that. You go back straight away, like, yeah, I'm available, I'm ready, let's do this, how exciting.
Yeah.
Boom. Absolute radio silence, never to be heard from again. And it's like, I'm hearing it from loads and loads of suppliers.
Yeah, all the time.
But it's recent, isn't it? Like, because before, as soon as I got an inquiry, I was like, okay, I'm like a third of the way there. Like
Yeah.
it's very unlikely that they're going to ignore me. But like I'm like, you know, I'm a big boy, right? You can tell me, like, if you don't want me anymore,
Yeah.
it's okay, right?
It's been used.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, if you've found someone else, or I'm outside of your budget, or you've decided against
It's just
it.
nice to know,
nice to know,
so you
yeah.
can just wipe that one off.
I know.
I've started
Um,
sending a text as well.
Oh, I do WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I literally would send the email back,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I don't hear anything, I'll give them maybe 4 or 5 days, and I'll drop them a text message
Yeah.
or WhatsApp and be like, look, just checking you got my email okay. And then when they don't reply via that, they've gone.
Have you done WhatsApp and text?
No,
What do you do?
I just use text because
Okay.
I know it's pretty brutal. Whereas in WhatsApp,
Yeah.
you've got 45
Do you know what?
chats
I
open and
I
people
think
are
I
Yeah.
might
just like,
move to text.
because it's horrible. It's old
Yeah.
school, and it's like, oh, hang on, I've got a text.
They've
Because
got
you
my
very
number.
rarely get a
Yeah.
They've got
text.
my
Yeah.
phone number.
Yeah, and if they've given you
If
the
I don't
right
reply
one,
to
on
this,
the-
he might call.
But then
And God forbid
that's my
somebody
like
calls
second.
me.
That's my second part of the jigsaw. If it doesn't work after that,
Sending letters
they're,
to their house.
they're gone. I send a bailiff round.
I turn up at their door, like, you know, late at night.
Peg in
when
hand.
probably when
Straight
they're
in with pegs.
the peg. Yeah. If they don't answer the door, I'll turn up at their workplace. I mean, I'm very persistent.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and then eventually they book me in.
But you're right though. Not even to go. Just sorry, thanks. We're thinking about it, or
Mm-hmm.
because for
Yeah.
me, I used to keep dates. So if like you inquired straight away, I'd be like, oh yeah. 10th of August 2028.
Booked.
He's gonna book it. I'm
Yeah.
done, and I'm putting it up
Yeah.
on my whiteboard in my office. It's
Yeah.
all good.
I've printed the
Literally, I'm like,
Printed
yeah,
the
that's
sticker.
me. And then suddenly they'd be like, oh yeah, we decided 3 months later to book someone else. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, that whole date,
Oh,
my
I'm like-
forecast
I'm like-
sheet, everything's
I'm like-
gone wrong.
I'm like, the date goes past, and I'll be like, oh, I guess you didn't want me to show up then.
Straight
Yeah.
in.
Do you know, some of them, though, I wonder whether some people they're not sure that they have to, because some of these weddings where they like ghost me or whatever, I'm like, I hope they're not expecting me to turn up today. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to, but like, I do sometimes wait and see if like I get a message like, where are you then?
Yeah. Mm.
I had a really embarrassing moment a few years ago. You know about this. So basically, what happened was this couple. So I spoke to the couple on the phone, FaceTime, whatever it was. Got on really well. They then after the call, they messaged me some questions, just some final questions like, oh, you know, would you mind staying till, you know, a bit later to photograph the sunset, and just a few other things like that. The deposit. So I answered all the other questions. She said, yeah, that's brilliant. I'll send over the deposit tonight.
Yeah.
And I think because the call went so well, because the follow-up questions were so positive, this was a mistake, but I put it in my calendar, and because I thought it's in the bag, you know, she's basically said I'm going to pay the deposit tonight. Put it in my calendar, and because it was such a busy time of year, and I had a lot going on at the time in my life. Stupidly, I didn't even check to see if they paid the deposit, because I'm so rich, I didn't notice. No, it's not that at all. No, I was so busy, I forgot to check. Put it in my calendar. Anyway, so that was about 1.5 years before the wedding. A few months before the wedding, I remember thinking, I haven't heard from that couple yet, because normally, you know, they'll get in touch a few
I
months
feel
before.
like it's just when I was down to second shoot with you.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
It got to
I
it.
even booked Amber in for a second shoot.
Wow. She let Amber down as well.
No, so a few months before, I went back through my emails, and I was like, I never got that deposit. And it's been in my calendar for 1.5 years. And I felt really embarrassed because I was like, I can't contact the bride and groom and say, sorry, did you want to book me or not? Because they'd be like, no, we ghosted you. I mean, that is the best definition of ghosting.
Mm-hmm.
They literally said, I'm going to pay the deposit tonight.
Mhm.
They never did.
yeah.
So I remembered where the venue was, and I messaged Dean.
You turned up on the day.
Yeah, I messaged Dean because for some reason I had a feeling he might be working that wedding. And I said to you, on this day at this venue, are you doing the wedding? And you said, yeah. And I was like,
But I didn't mention any couples' names though for GDPR, did I?
No.
No.
No. And I just said to him, I said, who's the photographer they've got? And he knew. And I was like, well, that's not me then, is it? So I was like, well, that has taught me a massive lesson. Basically, improve my admin, check I've got a deposit before I put it in my calendar. But yeah,
it's
that
just
was
like
so
the
embarrassing.
before, isn't it? Going through everything,
Yeah.
sending I send like terms and conditions, etc., and then there's nothing.
It was just,
It's just like a courtesy,
Do you know what,
isn't it?
right?
Just to say,
yeah.
I
Going
find this is a bit of a nice little segue, not segue, but like an opportunity, right? So people, I know they probably get overwhelmed with the amount of admin that they have to do, and the all the different suppliers they got to do, and all the different payments, schedules, and contracts and stuff. And I think, do you know what I mean? Like, that's a perfect way to advertise our Aisle Afterparty package.
Yeah.
Straight in.
I agree.
Straight in if you want the dream team.
One
Yeah.
booking fee, one
booking
final
fee,
balance.
That's it.
Four for the price of one.
And that is actually becoming a trend. Lots of videographers and photographers are like teaming up.
Yeah.
Let's throw a DJ in there too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. 2
Oh,
photographers, videographer,
Limited.
DJ for the whole day. Price to be confirmed.
Yeah, vibes.
Not even discussed.
We do an
Maybe-
offer.
maybe
We will do an offer for the first couple that take us up.
Yeah,
on it.
exactly. So I've got some questions from our fans.
Do you want me to hold that while you're struggling?
No, I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not struggling. I'm just trying to. Right, so I'm going to choose a random question from my
Don't
pouch.
get me rude. I'm
Amber's
eating
got a mouthful.
Shock. You
For a
got a
change.
mouthful.
Right, okay. So Dean, let me know if you need a hand.
This is from Louise, lovely makeup artist. What's your best?
How do you know she's
tip?
lovely though?
Because she's got to be. You're a
Okay.
makeup artist. They're all lovely.
Okay.
And do you know what? All suppliers are lovely in the industry
That's
that we
true.
get to
All
work.
right.
They're all
I
friendly.
can't believe
And
you
do you
even
know?
asked that.
Do you know why?
kind of
Because
No,
Yeah.
it
do you
just
know
made up.
why?
It does not
Because
say
they
that.
are the first in at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. They've
They
set their
are,
alarm.
they
They've
are.
like had their coffee, and then the first people pretty much to see
But then they
the
get to go
bridal
back to bed,
party.
like,
So,
quite
no,
soon
some
after.
are better than others. Let's be honest.
They're all great.
Okay.
It's true.
All right, Switzerland, chill out. Okay, go on. Read the question.
It's like Eurovision. What's your best tip for vendors to work around each other smoothly on the day? From Louise as a makeup artist who has her stuff everywhere in the room. Do you know what? How many times have you been in there where you got a really good makeup artist and it's all like laid out like you've just walked into Boots basically, so it looks like,
Yeah.
and then you've got others who literally have got it.
Yeah, that's true.
Everywhere.
But I'm just struggling. When are you in makeup? Like when are you
Yeah.
When I'm hosting a day, so I'm there like in the morning.
what like doing the bridal hike?
I've been with you in the morning at a wedding.
Too much.
Seriously.
Oh, you have actually. Yeah, no.
Oh my
yeah.
god, on multiple occasions
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah, no,
you've
you're
just
right.
strolled in eating that Haribo's when they've given you the bag. We did it at a new place
Yeah, we
like
did.
recently. Cheers,
yeah.
mate. Well, that's that question done, isn't it?
So, so from my point of view,
Wait, what's it now?
Louise, the makeup artist.
sorry, thanks for the question, Louise.
Lewis.
Yeah, you don't really get many male
you
makeup
don't.
artists, do you?
No, there should be
So
more.
maybe that'll be the topic for another show.
Yeah.
Why aren't more men makeup artists
Yeah.
or female DJs?
That's plenty of
Um,
them, mate.
Well, yeah, but not as many. Not as many.
There is.
I'd
that.
also say that the photographer, there's
It's
I think there's
definitely
more.
female.
Yeah,
And like videographer is the other way around.
exactly.
It's always men.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Should we do a poll?
Equilibrium.
Well, we're trying to show both sides of it, aren't we?
We never actually answered this question, though, did we?
No. So my
No,
answer was going to
what
be.
was it? Working
Okay.
together.
So obviously, when I'm at a
And not
wedding,
to go behind the top table and
I think it's knowing
Speeches.
knowing what everyone actually what the priority is, right? So at that point in the day, makeup. So as a videographer and probably a photographer, and as a bride, right? The bride isn't going to want as many photos and videos of her before she's got a slap on her face, right? So it's more about prioritizing the makeup and letting that process happen, because also if that is slowed down, you can have a mad knock-on effect throughout the day.
Mhm.
And the last thing you want is a stressed bride before her ceremony.
Yeah.
So I think it's about respecting each other's kind of jobs and whereabouts you are in the timeline.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
What's your take on makeup artists now, all with their phones and lights and stuff like that, when you guys are trying to get the like even reveals
So
or the
I-
final?
I have mad respect for it, because these makeup artists, those videos are their whole marketing.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, how do they advertise? So I fully respect it. Like
No,
I know sometimes it can be like a little bit of a pain, but it's at every wedding, so it's what's to be expected. I treat myself. I call myself a documentary wedding filmmaker. So what is going on is what will be in the film.
yeah.
And yeah, I've got no issue whatsoever.
No.
Nor have I. It was just a generic question.
You
really.
obviously have got an issue, yeah.
Yeah, you clearly
No, I have no issues.
No, I see.
It doesn't
This isn't
affect
just
me.
about
This is
makeup,
like
though.
fucking
This
gaslighter.
this is like videographers and photographers, isn't it? When they're doing the shots and
Yeah,
you've
but
got
I feel
8
like that
bridesmaids
question
all with their
wasn't just about
face.
makeup, guys.
No, it was about
No, I
that.
know. Yeah, it's not. Because
Should we,
I was going to say, when I turn up at a
Yeah.
wedding and I know there's a videographer working as well,
Yeah.
sometimes I dread it because I'm like, oh, I hope it's not
Harry.
an arsehole. Do you know what I mean? Because some videographers are very selfish. Some photographers are very selfish. Sorry, I wasn't pointing at you. I was just. So when I know who it is, I'm like, oh, thank God it's Harry. Because sometimes when I work with a videographer, it's like we're a team, and then sometimes it's like we're enemies. You know,
Yeah.
we're like trying to get the best shot, and so I love it. I love working as a team. So I always introduce myself to the videographer, try and obviously, build up a rapport with them, and try and agree that we're both going to work together rather than against each other.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, right? My analogy is videography and photography is like flying a plane, right? It's like the cockpit of a plane. So the pilots can go and fly a plane together, having never worked together before, but you're going into the same situation. The controls are the same. You've learnt the same syllabus, the same stuff, right? So we know that when we turn up, we're capturing the same stuff, just differently. We've got the same jobs to do.
Yeah.
We have the same kind of impact on the day, and that we could cause the same problems on the day.
Yeah.
So there's a mutual respect as soon as you meet each other.
That's a great analogy, by the way.
Do you know what?
Very good.
Equilibrium,
Mate,
analogies.
you've got to stop this.
I'm fucking. do you know
That
what?
is a great way.
Do you
So
wanna-
basically,
shall we
the rest
swap
of us,
places?
hang on,
Give me the fucking
the rest of
iPad.
us suppliers are basically the guys that go up and down with the food in the trolleys.
Yeah.
That's us, because the rest of the passengers must be there.
Do you know what?
You got to finish
If you
that
could-
story.
If you could put.
What are we?
This is
You're a trolley dolly.
You're
This-
part of the. You're the third wheel in the cockpit. You are.
your air traffic control.
You're the
Okay.
Because
Exit
you're
here.
decided. You're the vibes. You're
I'm that
probably.
guy with that.
You're the one. You're also.
Yeah, you're the exit
Yeah, because
person.
how many times have you had to say fire exits are here?
Straight in
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah. So you're cabin crew. Sorry, mate.
Okay. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're
Just
So-
without a
so-
life jacket.
serving alcohol. People like alcohol.
True.
Yeah.
They do. You're right.
Entertainment.
But that analogy was more specifically towards
the cockpit
photography.
only.
Yeah. Just the most paid.
Straight in.
He's got a Tesla. Most paid.
Okay. Right. Okay. So next question. Next
What?
question.
I've seen his back. That.
What's going on?
Did I not just
attacking you?
I thought it
mate,
was
yeah.
tickling me.
Katie and Josh, our mate offered to film the wedding on his iPhone 15 Pro. Is that cute or catastrophic?
Catastrophic. No. It's right.
Cue content creators.
If they can't afford a
Yeah.
videographer,
It depends what
then it's
creating.
I think it's a great option
It's
if
fine.
you haven't got the budget for a top end videographer.
I
like
think
Harry
I
with-
think it comes down
Yeah.
to the difference between if you can't afford a videographer, do you completely go without or do you make do with what you got, right? And I think if someone's going to offer to do that, sacrificing their day, right? Not sacrificing, but kind of giving up potentially enjoying the speeches because they're going to be stood there watching it through a little screen instead of actually experiencing it.
Yeah.
I think fair play to them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think absolutely good for them. You've got a good mate there,
Yeah.
Katie and Josh. Hopefully your wedding hasn't already happened and you can take them up on it. If you come into some money, though, give me a shout.
Yeah. And there's always people with cameras at weddings. Anyway, everyone's got a phone. Some people got an iPad, which is annoying.
But it is
Yeah.
also important to for example, if you don't have a videographer, it is probably a good idea to nominate somebody or just to pre-ask someone, can you make sure you film the speeches? Because if everyone assumes somebody's going to do it and nobody does, then you've missed a moment and it's gone forever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Jack from Sheffield. Am I saying it loud enough?
God, we're reaching all the way
Yeah,
up to
you're- Yeah, I
Sheffield
know.
already.
Yeah, I know,
Seriously,
right?
we're massive.
We'll be going across seas soon. Come on.
International podcast. We've got to do one of them.
How do you stay calm when guests start shouting for one more photo at 11 p.m? We ain't there.
Well,
at
that's
11.
never happened.
No.
Never happened. So
Maybe one more song.
Seriously, well done, Jack.
Yeah, well done.
Cheers, Jack.
Well,
Great question.
Yeah.
Waste of a question.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, no,
I've got,
Jack's no good.
I've got one specific to me, which is sort of similar, right?
Go on.
I know I've done a lot of talking, but
sorry, it's a podcast.
when people come up to you and say, "Oh, take a picture of me, mate," I'm like, "I'm video," and they're like, "There's a camera in it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I know, but like, I'd have to switch all the settings," and they're like,
Or when I've got
"Go
my
on,
long
then."
lens on and they're here.
Yeah.
Can we get a photo? I'm like, yeah. You
To be
sure?
honest,
That's fine.
Literally, though, if you get
It's not
asked for a
this
last
lens.
song, yeah. Last song is brilliant, especially when it's a guy who's been outside vaping for 7 hours and he turns up at 11 o'clock when the venue closes at 11 and goes, "Oh, could you play that drum and bass chap by Chasing Status?" Brilliant, mate. Thanks. Where have you been for 7 hours? Oh, I was outside. Yeah, no. Of course you was. No shit. Great, mate.
No shit.
I haven't got a life or anything after 11. It's fine.
So, question from Megan. We've seen loads of people do private last dances. Do couples really enjoy that, or does it feel staged?
That's one for you, isn't it?
Private last dance.
That's TikTok.
When everyone's
it's written all over
gone.
TikTok. Yeah, I've done it a few times,
Okay.
and it's okay if you're willing to do like an Irish goodbye, which is like a massive trend at the moment, saying
I like that.
which
That's a really
what's
good.
it means you don't like.
So
you know
you-
when you got like 2 songs left, and then
Yeah.
Uncle Bill and Auntie Joe decide to walk straight up to the middle of the dance floor and try and kiss the
Or-
couple on
or
their
they-
final song of the
yeah.
night. They can't wait 30
Yeah, but
seconds.
also like after the first dance, people will start gradually dripping away, right?
Yeah.
So the bride and groom just end up spending the rest of the night hugging and kissing people goodbye. An Irish goodbye is basically everyone, they know you love them, right? Just
Yeah.
when you're ready,
Go.
fuck off.
Get
Don't
your
say
Uber.
anything. And I think that's a
Yeah.
really good shout. Like,
They're not going to remember you saying bye.
but going
either.
back to the private first dance, something that I do, which we've done together before, is I do a first dance rehearsal.
Ah,
Right?
works well,
Yeah,
doesn't
love
it?
that.
It does work well.
Outside.
It does. It means
Golden
that
hour.
because
Yeah.
most
With a
couples.
speaker.
Oh, with his little speaker in his
not little.
pocket.
It's not little.
massive.
Not
I've
little.
got a big one. I have.
What about your speaker?
Hey. The bass.
Straight in.
Such
Big
a
All about the
man
bass.
joke.
All about the bass.
But yeah, it does. It's nice. You can do it,
Yeah.
but your guests will have all have to, because it's really awkward if you like at a venue where they can sit and like the seats around the dance floor and they're sitting. It's like, excuse me, there's a door. You all need to leave. Otherwise, you're just going to watch that moment anyway.
Yeah.
So as long
Okay.
as everyone's completely left and it's just you, it's pretty awkward as a DJ though, because you're like the third wheel yet again. So there's like your couple and then you and then nobody else, and you got the venue looking at you, waiting to put the lights on.
But that happens as a
Yeah.
photographer quite a lot, doesn't it? Your
Yeah.
third wheel. It never
Yeah.
happens to me because I never shoot weddings without photographers.
Yeah.
So, but for you, if it's just you and the couple,
Yeah.
but then they expect that, don't they? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, kiss, walk over there, kiss,
3, 2, 1.
kiss, you know, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so sick of kissing. And I'm like, doesn't matter. It looks good in photos.
Good question.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So what we're going to do quickly now is I'm just going to go through some trends, okay? And we're going to do like a trend face-off, okay? So I'll name 2 trends, and you just pick. We'll just go around. You just pick one of the 2, okay? We don't have to go into it.
We could have done with
Okay.
paddles, couldn't we? And then voted like A or B.
Oh.
Yeah, well, maybe our budget's, you know, we haven't got quite the budget for
Episode
paddles at
3,
the
we'll
moment,
bring them in.
okay? But yeah, thanks. Episode 3, we'll get some paddles. All right.
Paddles.
Okay,
Table
so
tennis
I'm gonna
bats.
go. I'm gonna go. Should we all
No,
shout
just
out
all
at
shout
once?
out. All shout out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first look or aisle reveal.
Aisle.
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 Correct.
I love both.
Services.
I love both, but aisle probably pips it for me. Right. Live band versus DJ.
Band all
Both.
day long.
I'd say
You know what
both.
you're going to say?
No, I'd say
I
both.
would say
I'd
both.
100% both, because that, like, this really gets on my nerves. Like, out of all the things at weddings, when you're doing a first dance at like 7 o'clock in the bright sunshine because it's still summer, you guys get your 2 shots and then you're gone. You're left as a DJ at like 7:15 till 8:30, basically, or around that time, with just that awkward. you don't want to play real bangers because it's too early. Everyone
Yeah.
goes outside, they're smoking and vaping, they're talking, evening guests are mingling, they've just arrived, they're cold, they're having a beer. So having a band, you've got more chance probably that people will stay on that dance floor for the first hour because
Same
it's a
with
band.
like the saxophonist and like
Yeah.
just a little
Just
extra.
anything. And then once the buffet's gone, bang.
Game
You
time.
get a band who would do 40 minutes, their final set, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
But the other part also is when they only have a band, you've got nobody to fill in between.
Yeah,
So
true.
that background music while the band are bringing in like 500
Yeah.
pieces of equipment so you can keep
True.
the vibe going. When they go off and have their 4-course meal during the break and
Yeah.
all their drinks and stuff, like you pick up that dance floor.
Okay.
And again, that final part of the evening. So for me, that's like both.
Cool.
And if you get the right band, it's an absolute evening to
Okay.
remember.
Cool. Well, cheers for that succinct answer.
Sorry, did I take over on that one?
Well, it's supposed to just be like fucking live band versus DJ.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
I wanted to know that.
No,
that,
it's
that was
fine.
valuable.
It was interesting. It was
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually answer with A or B. He went for the.
But I could have just gone, DJ all the time because we can play every genre of music. I could have said that, but that's not how I feel.
Yeah, but the point of this is to pick one.
Okay.
Right? Not you can't say both.
Sorry, I
both,
didn't read
both,
the
both.
instructions.
I would
Because-
go both.
You haven't read the
Should we just
contract,
all-
have you?
No, sorry.
Should we just all say both? That'd be a really boring segment then.
Okay.
Right. Okay. You've got to be controversial.
Such a twat.
Right. Traditional cake versus dessert bar.
Hang on, you want to be controversial? Let's do male photographer versus female photographer. Who's better? Oh, yeah. Oh, there we
Both.
go. There we go. You can't because it would be like,
Right,
oh,
no. So I can't answer that
why?
because
Because you're a photographer, and it's the same
Bias.
as being a DJ.
no, but that's a totally different question. Right.
He's not having it, is he?
No, because there's better female photographers than me, and it's
No, but it's like, is it a
Like-
man or it's the same as a band or a DJ? Isn't it? It's a similar vibe.
right. Okay.
He's not having it. He's gone.
Go on.
I haven't gone.
Go on.
I'm just trying to get through this segment.
Go on.
Right.
please.
Traditional cake
I'm having a party ring.
versus party ring. No, traditional cake versus dessert bar.
Okay.
Dessert bar.
Oh, actually.
What sort of
Mate,
dessert
you
bar?
absolutely love
Well,
everything.
whatever.
I've seen you eat. You're
Yeah,
like
I know.
boom, boom, boom. You're not just one little piece.
So
Yeah.
a dessert bar is more interactive in it. You go
Yeah.
up and you help yourself.
The thing is, I like
millionaire.
I like the cake, right? But
I like
I
cake
hate
with-
the cake cut. Like the
Right.
cake cut, I think is a tradition that people do, and they don't know why they do it. They do it because they're told they're supposed to, or they think they're supposed to.
Good point.
So the idea
Correct.
of a cake cut, right?
It's just
So-
serve
sorry,
it
sorry.
out.
So why do they do it? Do you know the answer?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know if you knew
Can
what.
I just say,
Why
it's
they
either
cut
yes,
it out?
it's
Because
either
mum
A
and
or
dad
B.
had it, and nan and granddad had it, and I'm guessing
Because it's a
Henry
traditional
VIII
English
and everyone-
wedding. Yeah.
So like that's the thing that everyone just
I
has
thought
a
it
cake.
like signifies you can now serve it to your guests.
But they've already eaten a 3-course meal.
They've had the breakfast. The
They've
first
had
meal
the
as
first
American-
meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
they don't do it till the evening.
This is the
do
thing.
they?
I like the idea of a cake. I just don't like the idea of the cake cut because it's a big song and dance, and I don't think anyone really cares as much as they think they do.
I like the small cake with loads of different
Yeah,
options
same,
around
same,
it. That's
same,
my
same,
favourite
same.
this year.
Yeah.
Like
has
the
been,
brownie,
I think,
the
Yeah.
There's some
chocolate.
companies that do great work. So anyone that wants to sponsor us on our next podcast with any of that little cake, that will go down very well.
I just think with cutting a
Nice little
cake,
platter.
I just think it makes a cool photo because it's an iconic moment of a wedding. Like if you were to name like the top 4 or 5 moments of a wedding,
Iconic.
cutting the
cliche.
cake. Yeah, it's a cliche, but isn't a
Like-
whole wedding's a cliche? Like in a way,
Yeah.
if you think about it. So
But that's why it's quite nice to go off the beaten track, and I quite like that people are doing different things
Champagne
now.
towers,
Champagne towers. Well, that's like a lot of the time is the alternative, isn't it?
modern day.
Modern day.
Mm.
yeah, okay.
But-
So sounds to me like dessert bar was probably the most popular option
probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
there.
You can have a cake, just don't cut it.
Yeah. all
Can't
right.
have your cake and eat it, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, boom.
Do you prefer it? This probably doesn't affect you so much.
All right,
but,
I'll be quiet then.
but no.
Seriously, like, can you just shade me out of this part of the podcast?
You've already been
Yeah, it's
shaved.
all right,
You've already been
We're gonna-
shaved
It's
out.
like I've lost on a game
We're
show.
gonna do a spin-off series.
Seriously. I won't answer this.
Oh, no, I just
And make sure you only answer A or B, alright? Because he does not like it if you go on about it, okay? So
No.
do not talk about it as a discussion.
I don't want you to get too excited. That's all. Would you prefer it when the wedding's all in one venue, or at multiple locations?
That's
I mean, God knows who.
Don't look at me, I'm not allowed to talk. What are you doing?
But if you're a host of the day.
I do, yeah,
You're
but it's
going
all right.
to
I'm not allowed to
different
talk. Let's just leave it.
locations.
No, I'm not allowed to talk. You just,
Stop weaving me out the way.
Your will.
it's going to different locations.
I think that's quite an expansive question, right?
Right.
Because
Okay.
so when you think about it, right, what by having multiple locations, right, you're sacrificing parts of the day and replacing it with travel, right? The other thing, the positive side is you haven't got the same but the same backdrop to every photo and every video, right?
Yeah.
So that's nice. But then you do also have lots of different complications, and it can cause, like a ripple effect, people being late, traffic, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But then, you've also got other things like, is a church one of these places?
Yeah.
And is the white balance going to be awful in that church? Probably. And, like...
I think you're overthinking it. I think basically...
No.
You're overthinking it.
No, I'm not.
Because No, I'm not. From my point of view, I just think all in one place.
Yeah.
You haven't got to travel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the getting ready's all there.
It's nice.
Ceremony.
Safe.
All
Yeah.
in
You
one
like it
place.
safe.
No, this is what I'm saying. It's
Safe.
if I know I've got an all-in-one, I'm like, cool, right?
Yeah.
Today's going to be not an easy one, but it's going to be like...
And when they get ready,
Smooth,
they're just
right?
everything.
But then sometimes it's nice when you've kind of got other places and, you mix things
Yeah.
up.
It's
You've
like
got
meal deal,
different-
mate, innit? You either have a ham sandwich ready sorted crisp, or you go out there where you have something crazy in that sandwich.
What?
The analogy, we're all doing analogies. It's the same. Like you're playing, like, yeah, all in the same place, same shots. I've seen that confetti shot 500 times. We do it there. Boom, boom, boom. Or you go, do you know what? Wow, there's a rogue sandwich that's just rocked up in Tesco. I'm going to try that one today.
Coronation chicken.
Yeah,
I've been on the
straight
menu
in
for a long
and
time.
pickled onion monster munch. Bang.
I don't know how we got to meal deals from that, but thank you.
It's all right.
I appreciate it.
We're like, food's going to be your next one, isn't it? I saw the notes.
Yeah. So would you prefer
A meal deal?
So this is not
For
really
lunch, or do you prefer to be given lunch?
this is not from like a vendor perspective, okay? This is from a kind of, I guess, if you were a guest at a wedding. Do you prefer a seated dinner, like a 3-course meal, or
As in, like, you eating it or them eating it?
His face, you rocked him. He's not happy.
you haven't had the other option?
Seriously.
No.
A or B?
No.
He told you at the
Are
start.
we looking at it as like
Oh my
what
God.
we get fed?
Well, he hasn't
said
finished
to.
it.
I just said,
Fucking jumped straight in, didn't she?
God.
Sorry, mate. Calm
I
down.
said not from a vendor perspective. I said not from a vendor perspective. I said if you were a guest at a wedding, do you prefer a 3-course meal or a buffet?
If I'm a guest.
No. There we
I've
go.
not been a guest at a wedding.
No, everyone
time.
I know is married.
And also,
Alright.
if they're getting married,
How
I'm
about
filming
what
the
about
wedding.
like
I want to check out
as a
the tour now.
supplier and you get fed at a wedding? What would you prefer?
I know, but I think
Anything?
Yeah,
the thing is, if
you're getting fed.
like,
great.
obviously we always appreciate getting fed, full stop. But like, I like the excitement of a 3-course meal, not knowing what's going to come next.
Okay.
What about
Right.
sitting on a table with guests or sitting as a supplier outside?
Always,
Supplier outside.
always outside.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise I make small talk with like Uncle Bill.
And you don't feel like
And
you
it
have
is
any
your
break at all.
break.
It's just
So you still feel like you have to interact.
yeah, and I want
that
to charge my
whole
batteries. Yeah. But personally, I prefer 3-course meal. But
Yeah,
unless
I
it's a
agree.
hog roast.
Yeah.
The only
It-
thing
it
that I
does
say is the
depend on the
timing.
buffet.
Like if it's a 2-course meal, then I try and get couples to also cut the cake and serve that at that point, so it gives it a 3-course element. Because there's nothing worse, I feel, than a wedding having just like 2 hours because it's a barbecue. You help yourself. You literally go in, you get your food, you sit down. There's like one speech, and it's probably like an hour and 20 minutes worth of service.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're like looking around either side of that for timings and stuff, which makes
Yeah.
it like there's so much time. You then start your evening reception at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
which some people think is great because we want to party all night, but it doesn't
True.
work like that.
True. What about would you prefer a guest, so like a photo booth, one that's set up for guests to go and take photos and whatever, or a content creator?
I think
I
they
feel
both
like they're-
they both got a place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Both if you
pick
can.
one, pick one.
Both.
Okay,
So you love-
content
you
creator.
love-
not able to say both.
Content creator.
Not able to say both.
It's a different vibe though, isn't it?
Content
Content
creator gets
Yeah,
the full
exactly.
day.
I think photo
If
booth.
they're there
If there's
all
no
day.
videographer, then a content creator.
Yeah.
But I think,
I
if you
think-
got a content creator,
I like content creators because they get good BTS for us
Yeah.
from a selfish perspective.
Well, I like a photo booth in the evening because it's fun. Like the guests are drunk, they can go in there, put some silly hats and glasses on, and it gives the bride and groom some immediate photos from their day.
How do you know? You're gone by then.
I was going to say, I'm not.
Seriously, don't worry,
I
mate. It's
wouldn't
another
really
thing that I've
know,
got a
'cause I'm
battle
not
to get
there
people
by the time we
dancing.
use
No, it's a bit across
Go
the
to
road.
a cigar
putting it
bar,
out
photo
there.
booth.
I'm 99% sure that every wedding I've ever shot with a content creator have also had photo booths. So it's a really redundant question. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Okay.
big. Straight out.
Cool.
I do
All right.
feel like they're
Well, that's,
completely different things.
Yeah,
What do you like,
that's
mashed
the idea.
As in,
potato or
like-
Lego?
Photo booth isn't there all day.
One or the
They're
other,
just
please.
there in the evening, aren't they?
No, I don't make the rules.
And content creators there all day, so they're just.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Mashed potato or
Videographer,
Lego?
whole
Mashed
content.
potato or Lego? Which one do you want?
Yeah.
Well, traditional vows versus personalised vows.
Personal,
All
every
day
time.
Personalised.
long. All day long.
Yeah.
Do you know why? For me, because it's the
Reaction.
best way to get the bride's voice in the film. If the bride is just repeating words that's said by a registrar or whatever, or a celebrant or a priest or vicar,
Yeah.
then it's very broken up, it's scripted. Whereas when it's like a personalised vow, quite often films and speeches are very male dominant. So personalised speeches means that the bride can get their say, which I really like.
And
100%.
it brings a lot more emotion, I think, when
Yeah.
they're having it.
And it's personal.
Yeah, when it's more
Personalised
personal.
speeches
And
are very personal.
I agree. Do you like
Yeah.
that? We all agreed on one side. We didn't sit on the
Fucking
fence.
hell.
And you didn't argue against us.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was the
just-
first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Oh, seriously.
I've got no more fight in me. No more fight. Trying to keep this all together. It's been it's been fun. So that was that. It's like herding cats, isn't it?
Oh my god. Let's do a
it's like-
podcast,
it's
but
like
not
having
talk.
three kids.
Yeah. Let's just watch Adam on the whole screen.
Next episode is just gonna be silence. Okay.
And we're going to be wearing different clothes.
For sure.
Well, we're gonna swap clothes.
Or swap seats.
And you're just going to probably blend
Because
in
we're
with
not.
I'll just sit here because my back is loving it.
We're
by the
not
way.
doing the next episode in a minute, are we? We're going to do it next week.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
100%.
sure.
So that was
Have you got your white hoodie with you?
Yes, there.
Yeah? Oh, right, okay. Cool.
so that was episode 1. Sorry if it was a bit of a mess. Okay, that was our first attempt, and so it's only going to get better as time goes on.
We nailed it, mate.
I thought that was
know.
alright. To be
No,
fair,
I-
there wasn't a lot of
Hey,
stopping.
Let's just see what the audience think.
I think you're
I know,
critical.
you know,
You're
do you know what I mean?
really critical, aren't you?
Just criticise yourself.
Yeah,
Like the rest
I'm
of
saying
us.
I wasn't my
Who's up
best.
for ousting the
Smashed
host?
But what we've established, like trends come and go, but they'll always reflect you. No, that's what we'll show.
That was a great ending.
No,
That's staying in.
Yeah.
And that's it.
but
Tell you
We're
what,
done.
see you in the next episode.
Why-
Thanks for coming.
I get final cut, so that's
Oh
done.
my gosh.
what I'm saying,
Thanks, guys.
trends come and go, but when they reflect you,
Oh God, it's like
Don't
Jeremy
always
Cole. You can believe, you can use trends, it's okay.
You need the envelope for this, Jeremy Kyle, because those are the test
Literally.
so
Wow.
so next on our next podcast, we're going to be talking about little wedding day curveballs and how to keep your cool when things don't go to plan. But anyway, so that was the first episode of the Aisle Afterparty, and
See you next time.
See you next time.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Okay.
Yeah, you.